Well, hello friends, and welcome to another WSIB Truth Matters with Joe Machado, where I separate the truth from bullshit, facts from fiction, in plain English. So today we're going to talk about this award-winning benefit plan that the WSIB Frontliners got. And I'm sure some of you are going to be, looking to vomit. But anyway, bear with me because it's going to be interesting. And without any undue delay, let's get at it. Well, hello friends. So I'm going to talk about this award-winning benefit plan that the WSIB Frontliners got. And I'm sure that some of you are going to be very I would say probably enraged because of it. And of course, you do have every right to feel that way. And I'm sure that they probably wouldn't want you to know the details about this plan. But as you know, I'm going to share it with you because I'll tell you, you can't make this shit up. These people will always find a way to flagrantly screw with you and not even give a shit about it. So what am I talking about? Well, there was a nice little article in a magazine called Benefits Canada. So there was this interview between Jennifer Patterson with the magazine on October 28th, 2025. And it talks about this award-winning benefit plan that these frontliners were able to get for themselves. And I'm just going to share some of the details with you because I'll tell you, man, you can't make this shit up. You really can't. So anyway, right here on the screen, as you can see, the individuals who were there to receive this award. And as you can see, the heading, WSIB wins award for innovative, generous benefits program. And then below it in the article, they state the Workplace Safety and Insurance Boards win in the drug/benefit innovation category at Benefits Canada's 2025 Workplace Benefits Award can be attributed to innovation, whatever the fuck that means, of course, but also generosity. Okay. Let me caution you that you may experience some gag reflex as I go through some of the statements in this interview. It's normal. It is normal for you to have that sort of a reaction with the gag reflex. I may have some myself. In fact, I did have quite a few while I was investigating this thing. So anyway, according to one judge, I'll put it up here on the screen for you, the organization's benefits program is one of the most generous you've seen. It includes 100% coverage on drugs with no copay or annual maximum, okay? Fertility drug coverage and reimbursement for private duty nursing. I have type 2 diabetes, so I take medication for that. And a lot of it is very, very expensive. And I wish I had such a generous plan where no copay, annual maximum, right? Okay, hey, hang on, it gets better. So following the award win, Roland Lopez, who's pictured on the left here in this image, the organization's vice president of talent acquisition, I don't know what the fuck they mean by that, total rewards and human resources business services, called it validation of the organization's tireless effort to put employee wellness first and support them in bringing their whole selves to work. Their whole selves to work. Okay, I'm struggling. Yes, I don't know what the fuck that means. Because it doesn't make any sense, right? And then, then he says, putting things like this or together like this, when you're a broader public sector organization, it's a lot of courage and leadership to make these kinds of decisions. So it was us listening and our leaders responding. That's what really drives this. A lot of courage? Are you fucking kidding me? Courage? Come on. You can't believe that shit. It takes a lot of balls to say what you're saying right now, because we know that all of you can be lumped into the same category of spineless pieces of crap, right? Heaping piles of spineless pieces of crap. The way you go about screwing people over, the ones who should really be the beneficiaries of the most generous plan, the injured workers and their families, not you motherfuckers, right? So they go on some of the other factors that were in the plan, that the frontliners were able to negotiate for themselves. So the New Deal provides for 7% wage increases over 3 years, 2.75% in 2025, 2.25% in 2026, and 2% in 2027. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you reading this, if you're on benefits, I receive benefits, I got a 2% increase, right? They get 2.5% because, or 2.25%, because they're just a little more special, right? And then Gslin, the president of the union, the guy that spearheaded the walkout, right? And all of this crap and did all of these, we're begging for help from the public because the big bad wolf is fucking us over. We're overworked and we're underpaid, and please, public, you got to help us. We're on the picket line. We're here every day. We're tired. We're hungry. Fuck off, right? Come on, right? But he says, the settlement falls short of what the union leadership sought. They're still not happy, right? The wages are low, and they really are wages that were imposed by the provincial government. He says the union had initially pushed for annual increases in the range of 3.2%, right? The audacity. Because these guys know, the frontliners, Gslin, they know, right? They know what the workers' benefits are increased by the cost of living, and they know that it's shit, right? It's fucking pennies. But they still weren't happy with what they got. They wanted more, right? Are you gagging yet? And let's look at mental health, right? They got for themselves unlimited mental health services and preventative dental care for employees and their dependents. Very rich, right? Unlimited mental health services. Yeah. You know what? Why don't you take your unlimited mental health services and then give workers who are in need of mental health treatment, who have legitimate WSIB claims for PTSD or some other mental health condition, that is compensable? And why don't you give them the same fucking benefits that you have for yourself, you pieces of horse shit, right? Because they have to beg for treatment while you have this rich plan, which, by the way, comes from the revenues that are paid by employers that are mandatory to fund a system that's supposed to help injured workers, right? Not you and your fucking families, right? Okay. And then in addition to that, let's because they hadn't have enough. So they got 12 paid days annually, plus 6 additional wellness vacation days, right? For people leaders. Here goes another one of those fucking terms. Like they throw all of these terms around that you look at them and you, what the fuck do you mean by, like, what is it? Why all of these? Why don't you just say, right, with 6 extra, right, for management or leadership, whatever. People leaders, you couldn't lead a fucking herd of cows to the pasture. You're not people leaders, none of you. You're leeches. You are leeches on the system that wasn't set up for you. That's who you are, right? And then they go on and say the integration of wellness days recognize that prevention and recovery aren't limited to medical visits, right? Mental rest and self-care are equally valued. They've got to be exhausted from spewing such fucking bullshit garbage. How about getting back to doing the jobs you're supposed to do? Because now they're back even worse than they were, right? But hang on here. Gslin, you have to have a final point here, right? Gslin says, despite the return to work, Gslin warns that another strike could happen when this year or 3-year deal expires. End quote. We didn't want to go out on strike, but if we're in that situation again, we will implement strike action again, he says. I believe as time goes by, we'll see the full impact the strike has had on the organization and work that's piled up, right? Still not fucking happy, right? You think you still have them over a barrel and you can throw out the whip. Gslin, you guys, you're a puppet. You guys are all a bunch of fucking puppets. But believe me, I'm going to continue to talk about this over the next 3 years, so that everybody is reminded of what's going on, so that in the event that you decide you want to do another strike, you may not have as much support as you think you will. So I suggest just get your fucking asses back to work, right? Treat people with respect, the ones who actually have a claim, right? Not your people, and pay their benefits and their LOE and stop fucking around with them, right? Come on. You have no business winning awards. The only award that you could win would be, I don't know, the bullshit award, right? And I have a perfect way to design that award, right? A big fucking turd, right? And with the inscription saying that you're a basic, massive piece of shit. It's just my opinion. But of course, in Canada, we're all allowed to have an opinion. And I just express mine in a way that sometimes people or rubs people the wrong way. But I don't really give a fuck. And you know what, Mr. Gslin, if you'd like to promote your plan and to really, if you really believe that your frontline people are doing the right job for the workers and you want to defend your position, I'm giving you an invitation to have a live interview, right, on my channel. And then you can talk and say whatever you want. And we'll make sure that it all gets out there so everybody can hear it, right? Because we're getting a lot of popularity, and it's going to continue to grow. So here's an open invitation for you, Mr. Gslin. Okay, my friends. So coming up this month, we have a live interview with the widow of a worker who committed suicide. Right? Because, get this, by the time the WSIB accepted his request for treatment, which took 6 months to approve, it was too late. We also have a live interview coming up with a worker whose documents in his file were falsified, and we have proof of that. And we're going to talk about how the WSIB destroyed his life and his family. Right? Okay, my friends, and we've got 2 winners. So I didn't post last week as I had promised. Been a bit under the weather after the holidays, but I am going to give away 2 mugs. Right? For those of you who are watching for the first time and you didn't know about the contest. So basically, each week I'm going to give a mug, one of these mugs. And between now and the end of February, actually it started a couple weeks ago. And all you need to do to be eligible is to make a comment in the section below. And you can comment about anything. And then the system's going to draw a winner from that. And each week we will draw a new winner. So we have 2 winners. The first one is Lynn Lindsay RN8QE. That's your handle. So if you can email me at joemachado@wsibsettlements.com with your address so I can have it mailed to you. And also the next one is Carol/Ann Render. So Carol, if you could also email me your address. We don't post anything online. But I will need it to have this mug sent to you. I'm very excited about it. I actually have one of our subscribers who sent me a mug and had some very nice wording on it. So I'm going to be showing that next time I do a video. All right, my friends, I'm glad I had an opportunity to share this with you. It's the weekend, so forget about this nonsense. You have time to deal with it on Monday and whatever. But it's important that you know the kind of crap that these people continue to dish out. We're going to continue to hammer to make sure that they know that none of the things that they do will remain hidden. No longer. It used to be, but no. I will make sure that it all gets exposed, that they all get exposed. All right, my friends, I hope you have an amazing weekend. It's a rested weekend. Make your favorite bevy. Spend quality time with family and friends. And I'll see you right back here in the next video next week. And until the next time, take care.
We know that connecting with the right lawyer or paralegal to handle your case can be overwhelming. Do they have the expertise to handle your case? Do they have a good track record? Are they affordable? We've got you covered. Legal Pro Connect takes the guesswork out of finding the right legal provider. We've already done the vetting for you and connect you with the right lawyer or paralegal. With the expertise to handle your specific issue and at preferred rates. Get connected today. Visit www.wsibsettlements.com.